Good morning, angels. Welcome back to another video. So don't mind the mess, you know what I mean? There's a whole bunch of laundry that needs to be done. Things are a little bit upside down, but I just feel like that's normal life. And also, yeah, those are kind of like the vlogs that I enjoy watching, where it's just real life and things aren't always perfect, and that's just, you know, how it's gonna go. Mikey's here coughing. In this video, I just want to share what I've been doing over the last, I think it's been about maybe 6 weeks or so, and it's just really helped me to recharge and to feel more like myself. I got COVID in May and it was really rough, and it just took a toll on my whole immune system. I was just so fatigued, the brain fog was real. Like, guys, that memory loss, it's not a joke. It is not a joke. It's so funny because Mikey, I usually wake up like between, it'll be different every day, but most days I'm up between like 5 and 6, and Mikey is one of the most hyper dogs I've ever met in my entire life, and he'll, like, I'm sure you guys saw in those clips earlier, he's always right next to me, whether it's dark, daylight. Today is very gloomy, so whatever time of day, he's just always by my side. So if you hear him running around and being crazy, that's just Mikey for you. If you don't know who I'm talking about, this is Mikey, my little baby, one of my 3 babies. Love him so much. Anyways, so yes, my angels, I have made some changes in my life to just up my energy levels, help my mental clarity, and yeah, I'm just in a new phase of my life and I'm really enjoying it. It was a little bit scary in the beginning because I was just like, oof, I don't know, and yeah, I've just made a lot of changes. And so throughout this vlog, I'm going to share basically my current routine. I'm going to be shooting this video over the course of a week, so yeah, it's not all going to be everything packed into one day, because that's also just not realistic for me. That means I have to take an entire day out to just curate my routine, which I thought was it's just not authentic for me. So I'm just filming snippets of the days, and I'm going to share it with you guys, and also just, you know, as we go, I'm going to talk a little bit more about like what I'm doing and how it's helped me. So I usually start my mornings with breath work and sound healing, and just move, like stretching my body and just kind of feeling where I'm at. And it's been so helpful for me, instead of just, before I used to wake up and boom, go straight into a high intensity workout, and that's just not where I'm at right now. Right now I'm all about slow living, being intentional with what I do, and it's just feeling really good. So yeah, I just did a bit of stretching now and some sound healing, and yeah, I'm probably gonna do a workout now, although I do have a nail appointment with my mom, so I don't know, I may actually just do an afternoon workout. So yeah, I might see you guys then for that. But yeah, welcome to the vlog, guys. Welcome to the new era.
So we'll be doing it together. On the we'll be going from elbows to wrists, lifting all the way up. So we just drop down through the shoulders and then up. We're gonna hold it there for a break, and again, inhale back and forward. So as we go, take your time, do what your body can do. I want you to train the head posture as efficiently as you can. So we don't want to take our time here. We find that posture and hold. Push the hips back, contract in the abdominals. Shift this leg forward. And again.
Okay, let's talk skincare, you guys. My skincare routine is definitely something that is a part of my life. It is so crucial for my mental health. I also find that it aligns a lot with my spiritual health. I've incorporated my skincare practice into my spiritual practice, or my skincare routine into my spiritual practice, and yeah, it's just amazing. Also, two things. My camera is skewed because my viewfinder is loose. I need to get it re-screwed so that it can be straight. And for someone like me, it's obviously bothering me. So if you notice that, that's what that is. If you didn't notice, carry on watching the video. Number two, I hate wearing a jersey or anything long sleeve and having to do my skincare because then the water trickles down my arms, which is very annoying. But it's fun. So I do have a full in-depth video of my current skincare routine. It was the video that I uploaded previous to this one, so I'll link it for you guys in the description and also up in the cards. But yes, essentially my skin, you see, I've already started dripping. Essentially my skincare is just so soothing for me, and I usually like to light a candle. I like to play some really relaxing music, like make it feel very zen and very calm, almost like how it is when you're at a spa. So yeah, and usually when I do my skincare morning and night, it's usually quite like dark. Like right now it's Saturday and I woke up and didn't do my skincare immediately. So anyway, so it's usually nice, quiet, very calm, and also find it very meditative as well. It's just a time I love to take out for myself and spend with myself, you know, before I get into the day, and also once I've finished the day in the evening, just to decompress. I really love doing my skincare. So yeah, it's obviously a bonus because I'm getting great skin, but also I'm looking after my mental health, emotional health, spiritual health through doing my skincare. I got this muslin cloth from Schoon maybe 2 years ago, and it's just so lovely. So that's usually how I'll take off my cleanser. That time of day where I like to track how much water I've had. Usually I'll drink about maybe 4 of these. I don't really know how much water that is in a day, but I try and drink 4 of these jars of water. I really found that it's helped me so much. I feel like water is so underestimated, and I also just feel like, oh, this is a little hack by the way. So got your lemon like that, poke holes in, and then it's easier to squeeze into if you don't have a lemon squeezer. Woo! Anyway, so when I wake up, I like to start with warm lemon water, so or room temperature, but I love to hydrate my body because for the last 7 to 9 hours I've been sleeping and I haven't obviously had any water in my system. So it's the first thing I do, and I've realized a huge difference in my digestive system. So specifically adding lemon juice into warm water or room temperature water and drinking that as soon as you wake up, that's just a huge part of my routine, and it's helped me so much to feel less pain in my stomach, like I said, better digestion. I also feel like it does something to my energy levels. I don't know, I need to just research that a bit further, but yeah, water is a huge part of my routine. You'll always see me with a jar or a jug or bottle of water, always. I'm always hydrating. I've also completely cut out fizzy drinks, and I'm really limiting the number of like fruit juices I drink, so it's not as much as it used to be. And yeah, so my main drink of choice is water, and if it's not water, I'll have a cup of 5 roses tea, and if it's not that, I'll probably drink my immunity boosting tea. I filmed a whole video on my TikTok and my Instagram, but basically warm water or hot water. Sorry, the washing machine's having a moment. Warm water, hot water, lemon, turmeric, cayenne pepper, ginger, I think that's about it, and honey. Mix that together. I love sipping on that from like afternoon into the evening. But yes, big thing is water. You know, try as much as you can to add more water into your day. Sometimes I find if I'm working a lot, I forget to drink water, and so I used to set reminders on my phone, and then alarms would go off like, are you drinking your water, girl? So yeah, but it's more natural to me now, and I can feel when I'm getting dehydrated, so I always have water with me. And it's just been such a big game changer, which I know it sounds annoying and blah blah blah, and everyone talks about drinking more water, but it really really is true. And also the quality of your water is super important. Like, I'm trying now to drink more bottled water. It's fast becoming my favorite beverage, which I never thought would be, because I'm such a sweet tooth. I love everything sweet, it's me. So I'd always drink fruit juices and fizzy drinks and this, but how it would make me feel in the end just wasn't worth it. So yeah, I'm just finding ways to really enjoy my water. I love putting lemon in it, or I might put like oranges or cucumber or something like that. But yes, drink more water, kids. You guys, reading is really just such a huge part of my routine, and also specifically the books that I'm reading. So currently I'm reading The Secret of Higher Self Living. This is the book that I'm currently reading. It's called The Secret of Higher Self Living by John Burgess, and it's really incredible. So this isn't a book review or anything, but let me share something that's quite interesting. And the nice thing about this book is that you can literally open it up anywhere and just read from any place, so it's not like you have to follow it from beginning to end. And yeah, it's so life-changing. So as the book says, The Secret of Higher Self Living, it's pretty self-explanatory, but this is one of the chapters: troublesome lower self traits. So if you don't know what your higher self and your lower self is, definitely go Google it. Everything is on there. But essentially I'm going to read one of the traits. So he has a few here: anger, chronic stress, ongoing anxiety, victim mentality, greed, affiliation, attachment, and that's it. So those are the traits that he says are from your lower self. And so if we just read here about anger, there are 2 things a person should never be angry at: what they can help and what they cannot. I love that. So it goes on to say, there is no beneficial use for this raw primeval egoic trait. Its expression describes the height of ignorance and delusion. Learning to understand the root and reaction chain can grant us a way to manage our feelings intelligently. He'll go on to break down chronic stress, ongoing anxiety, as I mentioned, victim mentality, greed, affiliation, and attachment. And these are just traits of our lower self. And so he's basically saying that the more we live within these traits of feeling anxious and chronically stressed and angry and attached and have victim mentality, that's when we're really living in our lower self. And so this book is just a guide to how to activate your higher self and how to live in the higher self. So that's currently what I'm reading. It's so amazing. The other book I'm reading is on my phone, and it is The Surrender Experiment by Michael Singer. Let me just find the cover for you. So I do have a couple of books that I read just on my phone. I found this website where you can download books and stuff. So I've downloaded The Surrender Experiment. Hopefully you can see that. You can't see it very well on the screen, so I'll just find the cover of the book and put it up for you. But also so life-changing, and it's really all about Michael Singer and how he just went on this experiment of surrender, and how it just made his life really fluid, beautiful, and everything was just aligned and it happened how it was supposed to happen. And so that's basically what the book's about. And yeah, I think just for my mind, especially when I read spiritual books, self-help books, it's amazing. And like just what it does for me is so powerful. And I never was a reader. I hated reading for most of my life. And so yeah, I think it was just about finding books that resonated with me and aligned with me and that I actually liked. Next, journaling. This is my journal. I actually have 3 different journals, but this is like my main one. And yeah, I essentially write. So in this one, let me break it down for you. In this one, I really just write down whatever I'm feeling. Let's see if I'm keen to talk about one of these journal entries. Yeah, I don't mind talking about this. Okay. So on the 30th of April 2021, I said, "Hi, it's me again. I had my period last week and it threw me off my routine completely. I've really been suffering from terrible PMS over the last 3 to 5 years or so. That then spiraled into an anxiety flare-up where every day has felt like I have a ton of bricks on my chest. I've been going through the motions, cutting back on social media, and Shelton has really offered me so much support. It's my first time waking up at 5 a.m. in a while, and I'm feeling really good about it. That's all for today." So that's kind of what I'll use this journal for, and I'll just talk about whatever I'm feeling, whatever is on my heart, whatever I'm experiencing. And so that's what I wrote for that day. I do have another journal where I just kind of write down my gratitude list, you know, what am I grateful for that day, and that really helps me to remember just how blessed I am and how blessed we all are. And because sometimes we can really just become so consumed and forget about just the simple things like having a warm bed to sleep in, or having running water, or having food in your fridge. These things are really important, and sometimes we get super consumed with everyday stresses of life and, you know, drama, things happening in our lives, that we sometimes forget to just take a step back and actually ask ourselves, what are we grateful for? And I love doing that so much because it really brings me into the present moment, and I'm just like, nothing else matters. I'm just like, you know what, I'm so grateful for this, and this, and it's a brand new day. Let's get out there and make it amazing. And then my third journal is, I left it downstairs. It's basically like there's like a daily entry thing and then a weekly thing where you reflect on the whole week, and that's really nice. It's a little bit more structured. So yeah, sometimes when I can't think and I want to get stuff out onto paper, I love to use that journal. Reading and journaling sounds very simple, but when you actually execute it and do it consistently, it can have such a huge positive impact on your life, as it's had for me. Yeah, I just feel like, you know, things that are in our head need to come out at some point. So, and they will come out. So they'll, you know, we'll either cry, or something in our bodies will hurt, or whatever the case is. I'm just thinking of random things now, but me writing down what's in my head sometimes really does help me. All the time, actually. It's like therapy. And yeah, like me sharing all these things that I've been doing, I'm not saying like, oh, this is the way to do stuff and this is how you can have the best life ever, but I'm really just sharing what has worked for me and how just doing these things have really been helpful and impactful in a positive way on my life in such a short period of time, you know. And just being like very consistent and disciplined with it really helps, because there are days where I'd have no motivation, like absolutely no motivation to do any of this stuff, but because I have the discipline to, you know, make this just part of my routine and my lifestyle, it then becomes easier on my off days or my down days to just get up and still like stretch, move my body, go for a walk, drink some water, you know, eat a really good meal. And yeah, that's just been super helpful. If you guys will really be able to hear me because it's a bit windy, but walking has been a lifesaver for me, and I never really thought that would be the case, because I used to be someone who enjoyed, like, thoroughly enjoyed high intensity training, and really felt like I have to do high intensity training to feel like I'm getting in a good workout. But now, even when I'm feeling a little bit stressed or a bit down, or even if I'm feeling a bit tired and I need to like re-energize myself, I will come out for a walk. And sometimes it'll be 10 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, all depends on what my body feels for. But walking has just been amazing. Like, my younger self, I don't think, would believe that I'm at this point, you know, with walking, but I absolutely love it so much. And it just gives me time to reflect, it gives me time to clear my head, it gives me time to spend time with myself, which is also really great. And yeah, it's just so calming, it's so soothing, and it makes me really happy. And of course, my body is moving. You know, some days I really don't feel like a workout. Like, I'm on my period now, oh well, it's gonna begin soon, and I can already feel that PMS fatigue kicking in. And yeah, I'm not really keen to do a high intensity exercise or workout, and all I really wanted to do today was walk. And it just feels really good to be able to honor my body, listen to my body, and do what works for me. So yeah, with that being said, I will be ending the video here. I really hope that you enjoyed this. I hope it was helpful for you in some ways. Yeah, I hope that we were able to connect on a different level. I love you guys as always. Thanks for all the support as always, and I will see you next week Sunday.